no fucking views for fucking Destiny. There's too many people. I have to go back to Darksiders 3.
Bruinsfan challenge. Get your wrists. Put your wrists against the wall.
No. Fuck out.
You know, guys, we put together a little special thing just for this show tonight.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Able to slither by. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg.
Oh!
He's got a man wide open, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, 58 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, Those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Let's go. Sunday.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 120.
From the gun, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ajayi. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's Ajayi. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wentz to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The L.A. Rams in the midst of their open week right now, coming off one of the most exhilarating football games in the NFL we've seen in a while, a 54-51 victory over Kansas City.
And think about everything that went into that victory because it was a game that the whole league and anyone who likes football couldn't wait to see. It was supposed to be in Mexico City, which would have been played at altitude. So the Rams got out of L.A. and went to Colorado Springs to train the week before the game. Turned out the game got moved back to the Coliseum. And in the NFL, if you move a game away from your home base and you're going to play in London or Mexico City, if you're the designated home team, you have to hold your stadium for it just in case. And that kicked in, and then we had a game for the ages with Kansas City. That was a ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Damn it.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And you hit... I did, but it didn't say use it.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You hit triangle.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz
still
that
reacting
time.
computer.
And it's second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Mark Barron in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And the Rams now coming out on the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he can't get away. Gurley couldn't escape it, and that's going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The defending Super Bowl champions taking the field on offense here, and they certainly have learned how difficult it is to repeat as champions this season. Now, they did beat New York last week 25-22, and, Charles, I guess that does keep their slim playoff hopes alive.
It does, but the next 2 weeks tell the full tale of their season because it's all about making the playoffs, right? So next week,
home against Washington, and that's a Monday night game.
Like
and then they're at Dallas in a regular Sunday afternoon slot. So this is what it's all about for them. And it reminds me a little bit of Atlanta a couple years ago. Remember when Atlanta lost the Super Bowl to New England? Came back
chance we can make
absolutely loaded. Everybody expected them to be back there.
Be getting their shit
the whole
together.
season was a struggle, but they found their way back to the playoffs. Can Philadelphia do the same thing?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll set them back 5. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. They run with Ajayi. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Black, come on. 82.
On play action, Wentz. Wentz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Goff. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
For him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 2nd and 10, Goff again. Fighting through, and that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Sack.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
No.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Wentz.
Oh, my God.
Near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Samson Abukum in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
Damn it.
It'll be interesting.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Higbee, 47 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And out now come the Eagles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
It'll be all right.
At least a few times.
Damn it. I'm going to go in that fucking hole before.
And hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Got him in. Complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
I know. I was trying to hard count. It's always fucking me. God. Fucking computer. You're damn right.
Backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Hey, he jumped because fucking hurts to jump.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Throw the ball.
He's coming in. He's taken down.
God.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
after
that's
this.
smarter. I know there's a button to throw it away. I forget what button it is.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile. To throw, it's Wentz.
Damn it.
It is incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Damn it.
Buy some time right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now Goff on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Goff. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, LA. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a play fake. Wentz out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Wentz now to throw.
God!
He's got it. They bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down.
God, you wide open.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
All right, I'm going to catch this ball, and I'm going to take a pause. I got pissed.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead.
Let me
We
until I do
resume
this
action
return.
here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on.
Yep, take a pass. Ooh. Oh, I'm working on it. Why not? Oh, there's a cold one in here. Well, I got another one. Oh, all right. You ready? All right. All right, so together we got 10 pauses. Yeah, I don't know, but we both got to confirm.
The touchback.
So nice to have a cell phone last all fucking day and not have to fucking
Winston
charge
Eagles
it.
now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Well, Verizon, I've been due for an upgrade for fucking years.
They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play.
Slow.
And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
82-40.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Yeah. We got Bob's old one.
9 of 17 through the air.
Oh, my old one.
This is a giant.
Oh, shit.
And this
Forgot
one's
I
going
did
to
a
go
run.
the wrong way.
Damn
Losing
it.
yardage back at the 42. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
The receipt came to like $1,300 fucking dollars for that damn phone. Yeah, well, apparently the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 is the most expensive phone on the
2nd
fucking
down, here's
market.
Wentz.
Oh my God.
To the air and intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
He's got
looking back to
512
Thanksgiving, we had the
gigabytes of
typical
memory.
triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still
It was either
digesting the
120
turkey and
some or
pie. But,
500.
you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host. And the
Worst
Lions
things.
hosted the Bears this year. And despite the
You're
fact the
fucked.
Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell
That's
Trubisky,
what I'll buy for
how
another
about what
10
Chase
years
Daniel
anyway.
did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the second time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game.
my case
And
is
Dallas
here
got a
tomorrow.
much-needed win.
Yeah, Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden
Not
they're
in the
sitting
case
atop
yet.
the NFC East.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played.
Yeah,
in
I've
that
been very
division.
careful.
And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans. And how strong and how hot are the Saints?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used
I
to
don't even want to
producing.
take it
But with a
to
guy
work.
like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on second down is gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham coming hard on the blitz. He
I
dumps
feel your
him for a
pain.
loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it
I
just
don't know why it
straight-ahead
does
pursuit.
that.
What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
Sometimes it works,
I mean, that's
sometimes
really, really
it
difficult.
don't.
You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes it...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes
You weren't
down
getting that
once
off.
more.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Sproles,
Oh,
the return.
man.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
gotta fucking
The 4th
score.
down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Lefty, lefty. Ram.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive.
No!
To throw. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going to get it running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. That is caught
Damn
from the
it.
7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll begin the drive with a Jai. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On play action, it's Wentz. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Dante Fowler in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And that's incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch. Charles, starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong, and I love the imagination that you see in how they play because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent, and the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, some people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Gone. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
did it. I don't know.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught right side, Tate. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 87 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Working from the gun. Wentz. Flushed out right. And that is it's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 6 yards away. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Oh, God. You ever have a corn in your foot? No? Never? Lucky you. They fucking
Elliott now
suck.
to kick this one away.
They hurt.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
They hurt to dig out.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Rams getting set to go now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley.
Damn it.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing on third. Gone.
No.
He finds a man on a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley.
Damn it.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 40 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And Ndamukong Suh in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. And Ndamukong Suh in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Looking for Woods that time.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Ertz over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Damn it.
Go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Wentz to throw.
Oh, my God.
And down he goes again. Aaron Donald in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He's to the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On first down, Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Into the red zone. Wentz. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one goes for 36 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now a handoff for Gurley.
What?
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Yeah.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And now here's another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.
Good game.
Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.
You staying up? Oh. I can make the quarters a little shorter. We'll play one more of these and go. I'm going to bet. Like, I'll win one. Fuck. You're killing me.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
You don't know. You like the Browns? He's the Eagles. That's my team. It'll always be the Eagles. You play
This
me,
is the
it'll
Oklahoma
always be the
State
Eagles.
alum, Chris Carson. And he'll wind up with about
Remember
6
when
up
to give me
past
hell?
the 30 to the 31.
Like, it'll always be the Eagles.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now
don't
2nd and
have
4
an
from the
NFL team.
31.
So he's all around.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left.
Fucking Wilson. Damn it.
They'll pass the 40 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the
Definitely
first
be the Eagles
down.
forever. This game's got Wentz. I got Wentz. I got Foles. Giants.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Yeah.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham
Will
coming
get
hard
sacked,
from that
Wilson.
linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
How fast you are.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's
Even when
2nd
the
and
Eagles had
21.
Vic. I love that, man.
Out of the gun.
Fuck out of
Here's
Vic.
Wilson being chased out left. And he's going to go down again. Nigel Bradham in there to pick up his second
switched
sack
and I was
now
free.
of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd and long. It's Wilson.
Damn.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And now running right through him. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play.
I don't know who the
First
fuck
quarter,
this Josh
first
Adams
drive,
guy is, but
first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
fuck, now he's a running back. It takes ever AJ a job. I don't get it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I always gotta switch it to AJ a job.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Yeah.
And incomplete to open things up.
It is
I
tough
thought
to play
AJ
pass against
Jones
zone
was
defenses. The
fucking
windows
starter.
that you see open,
I
they
really
shrink
don't.
pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone
who
before the
Adams
next guy
is.
can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard
one game.
line.
We lost,
It'll
and I
be a
get all
pickup of
pissed
10
off.
yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. And most defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play action. Now Wentz. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. As Seattle takes the field again here, let's look at what they've done recently. 2 straight wins. Now they're at 6-5, and a lot of people were talking, hey, rebuilding year for the Seahawks. This doesn't look like a rebuilding year.
No, it certainly does not. And think about what they have on their schedule now that they're on this little bit of a run, because we talked about them in preseason.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Don't give it to me.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. His throw at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Fucking Ertz.
Good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-7.
I think we still got Selleck, but fucking Ertz overrode Selleck.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This complete to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there the extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him.
Come on,
and
Jordan.
He's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
I'm the drunk guy.
Now from the 27.
Yeah.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. Dancing.
Go down!
And he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
You ain't going for it, are you?
And now Sebastian Janikowski on from the long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on time.
Oh. Well, I'm going to take a piss. I got piss. Oh. I forgot to tell Popo that Becky made me shepherd's pie. It's like his favorite fucking thing. It's what he always gets when he goes to Tokyo.
And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
It was good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48.
Mashed potatoes, cheese, mixed vegetables. She fried onions up with the hamburger, and tomato soup.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
7 to 3:30. And she gets to sleep in longer
the
than
opening
I
play
do.
of the drive goes
Get
backwards.
off
Now they'll
same
come up on
time
2nd and 12.
Let's go.
All right.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Damn.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Flag. Flag.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
She got me on that Windy Knowles ice cream.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10.
No, but Sunnyway sells that ice cream.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how to see him back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And now it's 3rd down.
It's like $8
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
I'm telling you, Jordan.
Right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping
fucking Midnight's making ice cream. Oh, my God.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson forced out to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
That's good fucking ice cream. It's worth trying.
Even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Oh, it's delicious.
Two minutes to play here in the first
I know
half.
it ain't cheap.
We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nigel Bradham getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Wentz now on 1st down. It's intercepted at the goal line. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a 3-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, my God, that was an interception.
3 losses, KC with 2. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Gonna pick Cam Newton.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
I'll tell you what, I love Cam Newton's cleats. I give it to him.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack.
I have Cam
It's
Newton's
3rd and long
cleats.
here.
I love him. Yeah. They're $170, but fuck it. They're the most comfortable cleats I ever wore in my life. I'm more comfortable than sneakers almost.
For his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field,
they even come broken.
That's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They're high tops, ankle support.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Apparently not.
Way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good
Should
pick
have
up
been.
there at 22.
Triangles usually.
Wentz now on first down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime.
Oh,
this is the
fuck.
NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Watch the clock and use timeouts. Use most of my time.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Watching the time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just
Nowhere
get that
to
feel.
go.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I just
He
got that off.
29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Caught by the tight end.
Ertz always catches it.
A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Bobby Wagner coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. Pressure again, and down he
He's had to
goes
say
again.
something.
Barkevius Mingo in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Switching gears for a second to look at the NFL slate, the bye weeks are now over, Charles, and if you had to pinpoint a couple of teams that are surprising you right now with where they're at, who would that be?
Well, I didn't think Washington.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What?
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson down around his goal line.
Oh,
In the end end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On first down, Wentz. The Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Wentz.
Damn it! He's wide open.
Again. Barkevius Mingo in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Wow.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And that one incomplete.
Oh, my
They
God.
try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling.
Tackle
them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
Yeah,
just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Works much better.
The Seahawks on 3rd down.
Damn,
A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
I had 2 here, and I could have charged the controller for shit.
Completes it to Dixon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
My controller station.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I have one that don't work for shit. Not anymore. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it.
Again, Wilson.
Pisses me off.
Rush and down he
I can stick
goes.
2 controllers in there and it don't work.
Most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And a hit, Jarvis.
Oh, my God.
It's incomplete.
caught that.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one.
My
But
guy,
there's
he
usually a
was
nice
damn
comfort
near
zone
laying
in
on the
throwing to
ground with
tight end.
his
Great sight
hands.
lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson.
Yeah.
Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Long able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Damn it.
Steps away to his left.
Ooh,
And this is intercepted,
yeah,
and
get
that
up.
should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh,
They had something going there to
God.
break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive
I need to
until
win
that
one.
interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And
No,
now
I
that
shortened the
still
quarters
standing.
because,
You know,
God
that's something those
damn.
defensive guys hold a lot of
Wanted
pride
to play
on, too.
another.
No doubt about it. They are excited about
Yeah,
where they
good
are in
work.
this game.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to
I
the
only made them 4
23-yard
minutes.
line.
They were 6.
In on the stop, Bradley
Shorten
McDougal.
that damn
You know,
much.
I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls.
I like
and
long
backed up where
quarters.
they are, I don't even think about putting
I'd
the ball
play a
in the
whole
air.
full
I tell my
football
running
game
backs,
if I had
grasp the
time.
football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Throwing now is Wentz. Buying time to his left. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a first down as well. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
I know I don't suck at Madden.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he'll be brought down. It looks like right at the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I don't know what
Clear
Popo's
running
problem
situation,
is.
trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up
Twice.
nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose
I
your
had to
keys
beg
as a
for the
defense. You
second
dive
time.
for the
First
running
time we
game.
lost so
They hit 'em
bad.
over the top.
And
Second
he'll
time
lose
he lost
yardage
back.
here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard,
quit
and it'll
both
be
times.
second down.
So statistically,
Yes.
both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
I don't know what his problem is. He's usually good at football.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. It's caught by Aguilar. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone.
And it'll be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
Good game, Jordan.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and
Oh,
all
I
our
don't wanna
hardworking
go to work.
crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter
Jeez.
at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long
Just
from
kept
Philadelphia.
getting sacked. I mean, I'll always be the Eagles. Man, 19, I will always be the Eagles. I got Wentz. Fucking Wentz. I'm gonna use it. Wentz is awesome. Last year, Wentz was awesome. This year, I guess he's now finally starting to get his shit together. I don't know exactly what the fuck the record is, but well, you know, if we have a fucking chance. Oh my god, my phone's still alive. It's amazing. Dude, I used to have charged my phone like fucking 4 or 5 times a day. Yes. It was terrible. Yeah, we're 6-6. Or what? Yeah, I need a new fucking quarterback. I guess if we win next week, play the Cowboys. So if we beat Giants, Redskins, we play Cowboys and beat them, that'll fucking help us tremendously. And then we play the Redskins again for the last week, and that'll probably be the decider because I think the Redskins are in first. And that will decide who goes to the playoffs. The Redskins are 6-6. So if we beat the Redskins twice, that'll put us in the playoffs. And we'll have a fucking chance to do it again. I ain't been watching it, but I still got my Eagles app. They make it to the playoffs, yeah. I'll watch it. Thought about getting a glass case to put my Nick Foles Super Bowl jersey in. I saw one. I forget what the fuck I was searching. It popped up, and I found them on eBay. They're not too expensive. They were cheaper than the jersey. Well, I'll be on tomorrow night. Yeah. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we'll have to get leveled up so we can do the damn forge. You have to meet the Black Armory. You gotta do all that yet. You gotta go to Spider. And then you gotta go back to the tower. And then meet the Black Armory lady. Get your quest. Go to Earth. Kill some shit. And then I ended up going to, because I looked up a video, you go to a raid because it has more powerful enemies in the beginning. You just keep blasting. You don't have a sleeper stimulant, do you? You God, you need to get one of those. Dude, that gun is a beast. You need to get that. It's on Mars. And once you get it, you can buy it over and over. That's fine. I mean, I did the quest twice, but once I unlocked it, I could buy it for every character. I could just level it up. And the Kilo shotgun, it's a fucking animal too. But you have to get that doing escalation protocol. We can do the worm. We can get it. I got my jumping boots for my Titan too. Tucker. I showed them boots to Tucker. I'll have to get him Destiny. I don't know how well he'll do or how good he'll get at it, but maybe he'll help. I don't know. He likes Destiny. But all he does is run around playing and shoot whatever and do public events. I think if he had my help, I would actually listen. He'd do better. I don't know. He's getting better. Like, I got him a PS4 for Christmas. He wanted Spider-Man. I got him Spider-Man. Star Wars. I was gonna buy him Destiny, but I figured I'd wait. They had it on sale for $40, but I didn't have the fucking money. It came with the first three. They didn't have the annual pass with it, but it had been enough. But I can still get it for $60 with the first three. You'll just have to deal with this 19-inch TV. I think it'll be fine. I cleared a hole. I made room. And I guess, oh yeah. I just got it all set up because I only have until 3 o'clock, and I figured if once he opens it, he'll want to play a little bit. He's been bugging about Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And I got that PlayStation for like $200. And it came with Spider-Man. I already had Spider-Man bought before I bought the PlayStation, but I had a receipt. GameStop took the Spider-Man game back. I installed everything today so that way it was ready. He already had a gamer tag and it's on my email. Mr. Mewtwo. Yeah, 'cause I only got until 3, so everything will be ready. Yeah, me too. Yep. Hurry up. Deliver them fucking Christmas gifts and hurry up. No, I gotta work tomorrow.